Okay, let's start. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone from all over the world. Uh, my name is Douglas Chan. I'm the Ximen teacher. Today, we're going to touch on this particular interesting topic related to how to find your direct wealth and indirect wealth using Ximen itself. Okay, so just let me emphasize a few things first. Uh, If possible, try to mute yourself just in case that any other noise from your background will interrupt the session. And if you have any question, please raise it in the chat box. Okay, so to allow the flow of this session to be as smooth as possible. And this session will be recorded. And if you are not very comfortable with seeing your face recorded, and it will be posted in YouTube itself. So you may just want to, cover your face, or maybe put the paper back, you see. Anyway, so today we talk about this direct wealth and indirect wealth itself. Okay, just a bit of introduction about myself. I specialize in this achievement itself, doing one-to-one coaching and group coaching. And I have a lot of students from different places in different countries all over the world. Asia, Europe, Asia Pac itself, US, so on and so forth. Okay, so these are some of the pictures that I have experienced in my previous few years of my life. Okay, today we are going to cover this subtopic, understand what is Siemens and how to download the app. Some of you have tried already, and bear with us for a few minutes. And we focus on all this related to direct wealth and indirect wealth so that we define all this carefully. And I will share 2 or 3 case study, and if there's any Q&A, we'll touch base on that you can write it in the chat box, and I'll try to answer as much as possible. And after that, I'll also have some announcement to do for the group itself. And okay, so what is Men Dun Jia? Okay, so Men Dun Jia is actually the most highest top 3 metaphysics in China over, and then apparently this Men Dun Jia can help a lot of things. Just imagine this Men Dun Jia is a one big category. And then below Men Dun Jia, we have divination forecasting, we have budget reading. Some people call it fortune telling. That means we're able to read the person's destiny, understanding what likely to happen in their life in years to come, or even as precise as every single month if you want to. And we also have this thing related to date selection. Date selections mean that we choose the right date to do the right time, the right thing, so that the energy will be better, especially for moving houses, especially for marriages, even the office. You start a new company, you start a new business, it's better to have a good date so that the luck will be better. That's what it says. Okay. And of course, feng shui audit is a bit different from the normal feng shui, whereby most feng shui master, they go to your places, your home or your houses or your these offices or commercial places. They use the compass and sees, do some measurement, and then tell you to adjust this, adjust that, maybe hack this, hack that. Ximendun Jia feng shui is a little bit different. Is if you have a problem in your feng shui, you just tell me. I don't even have to visit your place. I just plot the chart and tell you what's the problem. It's as easy as that, and very efficient. Okay, so there's a big class of difference between Ximendun feng shui and the traditional feng shui. Okay, and at the same time, during these few months, I also actually incorporated this Ximendun into changing name. Let's say if you want to change name into this, I can use Ximendun to analyze based on your chart, based on the person's birth chart, and then from there I can change the person's name to enhance the energy. Okay, this one is not very common in the market. Most common in the market is like divination and forecasting. Even a lot of people, they do not know what is this Ximen Bazi reading. They have no idea what is it. Okay, we don't know about even date selection. Some don't even know it exists. Okay, today, so Qimen is like a very well respected this metaphysics and 5,000 years history, and it's only very popular in this 1980 and 1990 around China time, because during the previous time, the emperor who are you only the group of people using it, they do not allow people to use it because it's a very powerful science, metaphysics that can change the destiny of a lot of people. Okay, so during this 5,000 years of history, many famous people have been using it. One of them is Zhuge. If you know the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, this Liu Bei actually gets this Zhuge Liang to win some battles towards the Cao Cao itself. Okay, so then we have a few more other things related to Qi, meaning that today we only touch base on one category under this Qi destiny reading, also known as the fortune telling. I don't really like to use the word fortune telling because it sounds so scammy, you know. Okay, so a lot of people they do not understand Qi, and I just want to share the secret. The simple and yet very powerful secret is that this Men Dun Jia, they can change destiny, which means that two main categories. One main category is we are able to base on the divination to decide better. And at the same time, if you want to change the divination, that means based on the divination itself, we are able to change the course of the action if you want to. And at the same time, we talk about the destiny reading, that means based on your birth chart. If your birth chart is no good, many of the fortune teller, what they do is that your life is as such, you have to accept it. But let me tell you something. Interestingly, Simon is able to change the course of your destiny if you know how to change it. Okay, today I'm going to show a very simple classic example of how to change a person, the destiny in terms of the direct wealth from no good into good. Okay, so you will not see this anywhere else. Okay, so before we start, we need to download this app. For those who have already done we best bear with me for a few minutes, and then from there we'll continue with the lesson. So go to this Play Store, or even if you're using Apple, go to your respective places to download, and from there go to search M Qimen, and please download the old one, not the new one. Okay, we give you about 1 or 2 minutes to download, and from there we will start the lesson already. Okay, if you have any problem searching for it, please let me know. It should be there. Uh, last lesson, there was somebody who cannot find the MCMan. Please download the app. You don't go to the developer section. It's not the developer section. It's go to the app itself and download and install it. And after you install it, you just on this app itself, and then I will teach you how to do the setting in a short while. Okay, so far, any problem? Anybody got any problem? You let me know. Okay, Clarice said, okay, no problem. I give another 1 minute just in case that nobody, the people have some problem, because different country got different internet speed. So things like, for example, in just a joke to share with you. I recently hired this web designer from India, and I asked her to help to download 4 to 5 pictures in my website, in WordPress actually. And she took 4 hours to download 4 to 5 pieces of pictures, which means that, okay, I was like, oh my God, how could this be happening? Okay, so Daisy said I can't download it in App Store. Why is that so? How to set in English language? We will do that later. Okay, let me share with you what is the thing. Huh? So you should be seeing something like this, M. Simon. The description may be a bit different, but just focus on the logo itself. And focus on the old one. There will be an old one and a new one also. Okay. So if yes, for Yang Neng is blue color. Okay, just App Store, you just search for M. Simon. Yes, that's right. Okay, so for those people who have already downloaded this particular app itself, don't uninstall. Next time all the session I'll be using this same app to do the explanation because it's very useful for anyone who want to use it. Okay, so I will go through the section of doing the setting itself. So once you install it, start the app itself. Okay, and then go to the top right hand corner, which is over here, and press it. Okay, don't do the setting first over here. Okay, press the setting here. At the top right hand corner in the beginning, there's a setting. And after that, you should be able to see this particular section. Okay, so over here, I will need you to do the current setting, change to English. And then the setting of over here, you will go to Chaibu. This is CHAI at BU. And this setting itself goes to the top. And over here, we go to the number 3. We should see there's a color over here and there's a black color over here. Choose the third one. And after that, on the last section, you will have this gate and star in terms of the order. Okay, do this current setting itself. Any problem? Let me know. Should be quite easy lah. Most of you are 20, 30 years old. Every time using this app should be quite easy. But because it's in different language, so we have to do the setting to English. Okay, so can I move on? Can I move on? If no problem, I will move on to start the lesson already.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think that most of you have already downloaded the thing because later on you're going to use your own information to key in. You do it by yourself. And from there, you will see many interesting things about yourself. And you can discover something very, whether is it good or no good, we will see later on after you do the setting. Okay, so now, start the app itself. You were able to see this particular section. This is the one that we're talking about. Go and key in your date of birth. The English one, the English, not the Chinese one, English date of birth over here. Okay, and then key in your time. Okay, but if you cannot remember or you don't know your time, then go and ask your parents or mother, father, or whoever that knows. And if you really don't know or they don't know, then we have a small issue. You have to get the right time to get the right birth chart itself. Without the correct information, we cannot do anything. Okay, but in the event that if you still cannot find the information, we still have the ability to backtrack and do some testing, but we have to do it in a separate section because it will take a while to backtrack this real time itself. Okay, so I'll move on. Today we'll talk about direct wealth and indirect wealth. Okay, before we even start, we need to understand what is direct wealth first. So direct wealth means anything related to business. Okay, business related to, you have a service, you provide a service to customer pay you a certain fee to exchange for the service, or you buy a product and you sell a product and you make a profit, that is also a business. And at the same time, for example, you do insurance agent, you sell insurance policy, but you don't get a salary, you get only pure commission. You become a real estate, you become an agent for specific company, but you don't get a salary. That is also classified under business, which is the bigger category of direct wealth. Okay, so you just have to be very careful. That means if you are receiving a salary every month, you exchange your time and somebody pay you a salary, then this is not classified under direct wealth. It's not, okay, that will be under career, which we covered last session. So today we're going to cover direct wealth, which is under the category of business. And at the same time, we talk about indirect wealth. Okay, so this one clear? So definition of indirect wealth, meaning that the lottery, 4D, Forex, Bitcoin, where you inherit certain fortune from your parents or grandparents, or you pick up some money from the floor, whereby you put very little effort and the reward usually is a lot. So that is called indirect wealth. You see, so things like that, whereby, example, gambling in casino also classified as indirect wealth. So for your information, okay. So in this, we move on to the next page. So these are the things that we need to do today. So to find your symbol, individual symbol, and find your direct wealth and indirect wealth symbol, and finding yourself and the relationship towards the direct and indirect situation. So after that, I will give you an example on how to adjust your luck basing on the chart that is being plotted. Okay. So key in your date of birth already, key in your time, and then go and start to plot the chart. Okay, so let's see. Key in your date, key in your time. The zone itself don't have to change, it's automatic. System don't have to change, it's automatic also. If it's changed to something else, you go to this type. Okay, after that, you press chart. Okay, make sure that everything over here is correct. If not, then the chart will be different. Okay, so based on the example I have over here, so this is the chart I generated. And pay attention to this particular thing called the day. You will have at the top, you will see this 8 boxes. There is a day over here. Look at the symbol in your chart. Your chart, not this chart. I'm giving you an example only based on your chart. Okay. My chart over here in this example, this is a Sing, it's pronounced as XIN, it's called Sing. Okay. So remember, this box symbol, day, under this box day, this symbol, whichever symbol it is, for example, it can be Ting, it can be Wu, it can be Kui, or anything else. Just remember, there's only one symbol that represents you. And in my case itself, this is called Sing. Just remember that this is you, basing on your chart, not my chart, on your chart. Look at the symbol, that is you, okay? You want to copy it down, also can, or just remember, also can. Then we move on to the next section. Okay, so we need to find your chart. Where are you? Okay, so in this example, I break down into 2 pieces already. So for easy references. So over here, this is example only, my chart, my symbol. This is a symbol of a person. Take reference in the 9 box below. You have find where is your symbol. In my case, it's Sing. Okay, your case could be different, just based on the reference of this day itself, the symbol over here. Look at, you should have 2. You should have 2. Sometimes you have 1 only. So, but just look around. Every of these boxes, find at least two of it. Find at least two. Okay, any problem? If no problem, press OK. Okay, so after you find your symbol in the 9 boxes below, what happened is that we need to find the next thing. We need to understand what is the representation. If you see, in my case study itself, over here there's a sink. There's one at the below of this box. There's one on top. So what is the difference in this top and below? Just understand, the one that is below, meaning that this, in my case, this box number 4 is representing my age between 0 all the way to around 35 years old. That means the first half of the life. Next, we have this second one, which is at the top one. Within the box itself, it represents the age between 35 plus minus all the way to old age until the person passes away. Okay, so this is the representation. Okay, but today we only touch base on this particular one of them, which is under 35 years old, because most of the people over here are still less than 35 years old. And I suddenly feel very old. I'm the one, at first I'm only one of the people that is more than 35 years old. Okay. Next, we look at where to find the symbol of this direct wealth and indirect wealth. Okay, so this is the direct wealth, which is classified as the life. Life stands for direct wealth. Injury stands for indirect wealth. Okay, so at this point of time, we need to know where is the box representing direct wealth and indirect wealth. It's over here, direct wealth, this life. Then the other one over here is the injury, which is the indirect wealth. Okay, just pay attention. This is my chart. Your chart could be different. Okay. So far, so good. Any question, or am I talking to my own self only? Because sometimes my screen freeze, I don't know one. So can I have any response, yes or no? Just make sure that I am really still online. Okay, good. Because I'm very scared. Sometimes is that after I talk so long for about 3 to 5 minutes, certainly I've been locked out. And because of that, I just realized that the whole screen just freeze itself. Okay, so everybody is okay. So okay, now next we're going to see what we're going to do later. Understanding the relationship first before we proceed. Okay. See this screenshot. Screenshot this. Understand the relationship wood, fire, earth, matter. This is a cycle of producing, which means that I give you an example. For people who already know, just bear with me for a while, because most of the people still do not know what is that. So this is wood, this is fire. Assuming that wood and fire, what happens is that when wood acts with fire, the fire becomes much more fierce, much more better. So in this, if you are the fire, means that you are good. The wood is actually producing you. So this is a cycle whereby, for example, wood produces fire, fire produces earth, earth produces matter. This is a simple producing cycle. Okay, this one you would need to understand. Later on, we'll do some demonstration. Next, we also have the clashing. So imagine the opposite happens. Matter and wood. A matter chopping a wood. So the wood will become destroyed. So that is an analogy of clashing. You see, so this is not a good thing. That means if you belong to a wood and if some metal clash on you, then apparently you will have problem. You see, so it's not a good relationship. So once you understand the good relationship and not a good relationship, then you understand how to use this concept in the chat later on. So you can screenshot this also if you want. Okay, somebody mentioned that some of us don't have jia. For Jasmine, your case is a little bit different. So the jia is hidden already. Okay, next. This one is a little bit deep, but let me try to explain to you. In my case itself, this is me, example, this is me. I am over here between 0 to 35 years old. Okay, this is me. So this is a direct wealth. So now the next thing I need to do is to find what is the element that is within box 4 and within this box itself. Okay. Idea is to find the element first. Here, over here, how do we know the element of this box? You see this number 4 over here below, there's a green color. Green color stands for wood. Okay, so himself is wood. That means this is wood. Next, we need to find the direct wealth itself. What is the element that is within it? This is brown color, which is stand for earth. Okay, so we must see the both relationship, the person himself and the direct wealth. So himself is wood, direct wealth is earth, meaning that he is the wood that is clashing with the earth. That means it's destroying the earth, penetrating the earth itself and making the earth not great. So meaning the business itself, he will not be enjoying the business, even if he were to want to go into the business. You see, so this is the basic concept of the relationship of the person and the direct wealth. Okay, next, we move on to the indirect wealth. Indirect wealth, the symbol is called injury also. It's over here. The element over here within the box, you look at this box over here, there is a green color, this part, okay? This is green equates to wood. This example, the person is also wood. So wood and wood is the same thing. So when we talk about same thing, it's in harmony. So no issue. And because of that, the luck will be very good for the indirect wealth. That means if this person were to go to gambling, go to buy 4D or 5D, or depending on which country, or even do activities that involve in minimum commitment. You know, you put in $1, you make $500, you make $1,000. That's how indirect wealth comes about. So for this case itself, this guy, he will have a lot of good indirect wealth. Okay. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to change his luck for direct wealth. Okay, this is a bit on the deeper side, but you try to follow if you can. And a lot of people, they don't know how to do this one. So what I'm going to do is, in order to understand and change the luck of this person, I need to know what do I want to change first. His indirect wealth is good, but his direct wealth is no good. So assuming that this person, he likes to do business, he wants to do business. No, he don't like to do business, but he wants to do business. So what can we do to make things work? So what happens is that we need to analyze the person's character first. Okay, the person's character. we are able to see from this box number 4. That means from 0 all the way to 35 plus minus there. We are able to, based on all this symbol, to tell us what kind of character is this person. Okay, so a simplified version of understanding the chart is that I can see that this person is fierce person, very aggressive, always very angry person. Okay, and this obstruct also symbolizes that this person is a very individualistic. They are lonely. They don't mix around with people. They don't like to socialize. You see, so this is something whereby we are able to, based on the symbol, to tell us some character of this person. And at the same time, this destroyer also tell us that this person always change his mind in doing things. So he cannot concentrate on making things work. That means after a few months or 1-2 years, he will change this and change that. And he will not follow up and will not focus on one thing for too long. And if he continues to do one thing, he will be very bored. So this is his character. Imagine with all this not so great character, and if you were to do a business, I don't think he will be able to do well in doing business. That is one of the reasons why we can see that from the character, we are able to see the relationship of the direct business itself. Okay, so in order to change, what we need to do is we must understand just now the element. And what we need to do is that is this. Where is this direct wealth? The direct wealth is Earth. Understanding this concept, Earth produce what? Earth produce what? Okay. Earth produce what? Earth produce matter. Okay. So in order to change his luck, we need to go into the matter. We need to look, what can we do in matter to make his luck better in the direct wealth? So that is the idea. So what we can do is that we look at, in the chart itself, in his chart that we plotted, matter, this is matter. Box number 7 is matter. Box number 6 is matter. This is the hint that is telling us, okay? So in order to get rid of this, that means this is hint. I don't want this anymore. I want to change my luck. Push this person, the characteristic, move to here. Push to box number 7. That means what kind of things I have to do to make things work. That means the 9 heaven, dispute, and diplomat. In summary, equates to this person has to set a high standard for himself. That means his quality in terms of the goods, service, everything. He has to set a high standard, and he has to train himself to speak better and sell better. Okay, so this is the direct telling us what he need to do, and also this diplomat equals to he has to be very hardworking. Okay, so imagine a person who have a high standard in terms of the quality of the service, and very good in terms of speaking, very good in terms of selling, and very hardworking. How does that translate into business? Very high chance that his business will be better comparatively to the first case, whereby he's a lonely person, he don't network, he don't focus on things, he's very aggressive, always get angry. You see, it's like a two different people altogether. You see, so this is the idea of changing the person. That means he have to set this basic standard. Next, sex itself is also matter. We need to embrace it, embrace the matter. So meaning that he has to become a leader. He has to learn to become a leader to lead people. At the same time, he has to network more people. That means go for business networking, go to shake hands with more people, open up more opportunity for him and his business. And at the same time, this particular thing is called impulse. That means he has to decide faster. Okay, over here means that there's a horse over here, means that this person, he needs to be very active in what he's doing. He cannot just sit down and wait for things to happen. See, so in this statement itself, we are actually crafting out a map for this person to change his direct wealth luck. You see, and just to share, Qiemen is not a magic pill. It's a compass to tell you what to do. But eventually, whether the person will do, that's another story. You see, so don't expect when you apply Qiemen in your daily life or your major decision making, you will have a miracle. You will have miracle only when you act on it. That means you have to follow up with the action. This is how it works, you see. So don't expect any miracle to happen if you don't do anything, or you just pretend and you sleep at home and hope that the money will come and drop from the sky. It doesn't work that way. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so at the same time, we talk about embracing matter is that I will suggest this person to wear silver bracelet, real silver, not fake one. That means bracelet that is real silver, that means metal. And at the same time, we can also ask this person to wear more white color, more gray color to enhance the metal energy. Okay, so changing his activity and adding surrounding colors and objects to enhance the energy. Okay, there's one more thing that is very important. Why do we wear a bracelet? Okay, when we wear a bracelet every day, the person already know that he has to be active, he cannot be lonely, he has to make more decisions. That means all this activity equates to the bracelet. When he saw the bracelet, automatically tells the person he have to do specific things. So it's a reminder. Every day is a reminder. So the person may not be able to do everything at once. Maybe can improve one at a time. It's good enough. As long as the person improve, then should be okay. Right? So it's a kind of reminder. You see, to let the person know that, okay, I have to do certain things to get things up and running. Okay? So for the benefit of those people who may not be using metal, so I actually list out some of the things that we need to see. For example, let's say if you need earth, the colors are brown and yellow, and you can always try to get things related to tiger eye. Okay, if you don't know what is tiger eye, you go and search under Google. It's a very colorful, very interesting piece of jewelry. But it's not metal, it's more earth itself. Okay, so if you have some earth or soil or sand in your surroundings, should be better. And if you like painting, go and get a paint. It can be a big or small painting, put in on a wall. And only for mountains, no sea or no forest, because that will be a different story altogether. There'll be other elements coming in. So purely mountain pictures. Okay, whether it works or not, you try first, and then from there you see how it goes. Okay, next we have the water. Water stands for black, blue, and you can always go for a swim, go for a stroll in the river. It will create the energy. And for ladies or guys, carry water bottle with clean water. Don't use those Pepsi or Coke, just plain water will do. And fire, we have red, purple, pink, and orange for colors. And if you can, just have a lamp in your room or in the living room, that will be good also. That is stand for fire. Those orangey color lamp. And triangle shape also stand for this red color. Next for wood, we have green, light green, and plants also, bamboos, garden, walk around in the forest or garden. And you can have furnitures, wood furnitures also, and painting with forest also, a lot of woods. Then metal, as I mentioned, just on the case study, the gray, white color jewelry. They are made of real metal. Okay, silver earrings, bracelet, etc., etc. It's up to your choice. Okay, it's depending on your imaginations. Okay, so far this is the example of the case study. I will give you another few more case study which very simplified understanding the concept of finding the direct wealth and the indirect wealth. Okay. Very deep sharing today, CG. Okay, so far, any question before I move on to the next few examples? Yeah, compared to last session, today is a little bit deep because I like to share with you all to make things even better, you see. Because just by previous section, seriously, it's good, but can be better. Okay, any questions you want to ask before I move on to a 2-3 more case study? You can use your mic if you want to ask. Okay, somebody say just move on. Can I will just move on. Okay, I will give you some case study related to how to find the individual direct wealth and indirect wealth and finding your personal is a symbol. Okay, let me share another screen with you. Okay, can you see this particular? Can? Okay, Harley was asking, can we choose gold instead of silver bracelet? Can, no problem. Wait, let me see. Gold. Yes, yes. You can choose gold instead of silver. If you prefer gold, no issue. As long as metal. But make sure that the gold is real gold because some of them are not 100% pure gold. So have to be a bit careful on that. Okay, can you all see this particular photo? This chart? Anybody? Can? Hello, hello? Anybody? Hello? Testing, testing. Can. Okay, yeah, I can see half a picture on it. Yes, it's purposely half a picture. It's a bit lagging at my end. I thought I left you already. Okay, so this is one example. Okay, today we're going to talk about this case study who is this person born in 17 March 1988. Okay, our first objective is to find this person, which is the day. It's always the day, no matter what happened, we want to find the person, it's always the day. So this person similarly is also Sing, but in this case itself, let's find out where is this Sing itself. Okay, in the 9 boxes, we have to find where is Sing, but Sing is over here, one is over here, and there's another one over here. Okay, so here means that 35 years and below. So over here, which will be 0 to 35 years old. So it's around there. It's around 35. It can be even 40 or 30, depending on case by case situation, because everybody's experience are different. So now we need to find where is the direct wealth. Let's find where's the direct wealth. Direct wealth equates to this life. Okay, and then we have the indirect wealth, which is over here. Okay, so next we need to find what is the relationship first. So we need to find, okay, let's talk about here first. This person who is in box number 1, he is in water. Okay, he is water. Then the direct wealth is what? Is also water. So meaning that the direct wealth and himself, that means if he were to do business, basically it's in harmony. Water and water is together. So he will have no problem doing a business. That means he is a person who is very inclined to do business and he can do business pretty well. Okay, so that is the relationship. His luck in this area also very good. So that is for his case. for the direct wealth. Next, we go into indirect wealth, which is over here. So himself, it is still water, which represent over here. Here is the purple color equates to water. Next, this is the injury, which is stand for indirect wealth. Over here, which is stand for earth because it's brown color. So indirect equates to earth. Okay. Water and earth, what does it mean? Okay, meaning that the water, the earth itself, is actually clashing with him. When earth clash with water, means that the relationship is no good. That is to say, his luck in this aspect for indirect wealth. That means if you go to gambling, or go and buy 4D of lottery, he will not have a long luck in this area. Okay. So next, we go to the next case. I'm only illustrating the case of this, how to find the direct wealth, indirect wealth, and the individual. For the adjustment, we would, in different case study, that we talk about it. Okay, this one, and in the next case study, we are looking at the Geng over here. Look at the day, Geng. This is pronounced as Geng. So next we have to find, this is Geng over here. So he is in box 6 after 35 years old. And in the beginning, he is over here because this is over here, Geng is over here. Okay, so himself at this point of time is fire. Okay, so we need to find where is the direct wealth, which is over here. Okay, and indirect wealth, which is over here. Okay, this case is a little bit different. We need to look at first the relationship first. This is the direct wealth, which is the earth. Direct earth. So fire and earth. So fire produces earth. That means he himself is able to produce the business. He will ensure that the business is good and running. Okay. Just now I mentioned about this case is a little bit special. It's because this box number 2, just this is a bit off topic, but just to share with you. This box number 2, you see that there's a circle over here. This stands for is an emptiness. That means this business itself, when we have this circle, the energy of this particular business, that means his destiny in terms of business luck, usually is 100%. He's able to produce a business. But because of this box, which is 0, there's a circle over here, the energy of this box actually reduced to about 20 to 30%. That means this business basically, I can say it's like that already. No matter how you produce it, the business will still make money, but very little. The business luck is not good. In this case, no matter how we adjust, I will say that we don't have to waste too much time because his luck is not good in this business. You see, so we are quite sure that this person in doing business will not have a lot of money, or maybe won't lose money. Okay, that's the scenario for this person. Next, we talk about this person who is indirect wealth is over here. Okay, box number 7. Let's look at the relationship itself. So himself is fire. So indirect wealth, which is metal. Okay, so fire actually melts metal. So he clashed directly to this indirect wealth, which is the injury. At the same time, this indirect wealth is also have an emptiness over here. That means his luck over here in this case will be X also. That means no, I'm not going to say that he's going to have a good luck in this. Even if he wants, even if you want to adjust the chart to suit him, his luck will still not be very good in this aspect for indirect wealth. So in this case itself, if we look at the previous lesson, we have this particular thing called the open, which is a career. His career will have a 9 heaven. 9 heaven means a very, very high position, a top level position. So he's over here, which is, this is green color, stand for wood. He is actually over here, fire. So his career will actually be able to flourish to a very high level. So in his life, indirect wealth, no good. Direct wealth, also no good. But you know, life is very fair. His career is going to go to skyrocket, and he doesn't really have to do anything because the career is always producing him. In this case, before he is 35 years old. After 35 years old, it's another story. Okay, so this is for case study 2. Next, we go to case study 3. I hope you are following because I think that I'm talking a little bit deep. Okay, my last case study for this today is this. This is a person who is born in 1995, November 15. Similarly, it's a gun. Over here. So finding where is he? He's over here at box number 4. So this is himself, which is around 35 years old. Before 35 years old. Next, over here, box number 7. So he belongs to 4 and 7. 4 is first half of his life, 7 is second half of his life. Okay, so in that we look at direct wealth, where direct wealth is over here. The life. So box number 1. Okay, this is a direct wealth. So understanding the relationship first. Himself, he is wood. How do we know it's wood? It's over here. This is wood color. No, the green color stands for wood. Next, direct wealth equates to what? This is water. So in the 5-element concept, the relationship is water produce wood. Okay. So in this case itself for him, the profit, this is a business, the direct wealth, is actually helping him directly when he is 35 years old and above. Meaning that if he were to venture into business, basically he would not have much problem. He will make money, you see. So that is the relationship of the direct wealth. So if we look at the indirect wealth itself, we have to look at the injury. Where is the injury? Which is over here. Box number 8. Okay, so in this case, what we need to do is we need to find the relationship first. So himself, okay, and himself is which is wood. Then the indirect, actually earth. Okay, similar case study as just now. So we got the wood, we got the earth. Wood penetrates to the earth, meaning that his luck in this indirect wealth will also not be good because he don't enjoy doing gambling. So this is what he is when he is before 35 years old. Okay, so can I ask a question? What does the blue stroke around the E in box 8 stand for? Okay, this is more to answer the Han Dan my pronunciation is correct. Hadan. Box 8. This is when we do a divination, we refer to this. So if you are not doing a divination, we don't refer to this. So at this point of time, it doesn't represent anything. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of my session for finding a direct well and indirect well, and doing some adjustment and sharing with you some of the things related to uh, the elements in terms of producing or countering, or we call it clashing. Okay, so you have any questions you ask me, I will try to answer. I will not be going to case study out individually in terms of I will just share with you the concept only today. Okay, thank you, Simon, for coming. What is the effect of problem star to direct? Well, problem star, within the problem star, that means the problem star is within the box itself. Q-U-Y. How you pronounce that? Quay, is it? I'm sorry, my pronunciation is very bad. Okay, if you have a problem star within your direct wealth, meaning that it will not be so smooth in your direct wealth. That means if you do business, your business may not be so smooth in that aspect. But there are ways to counter the problem. It's a matter of how you adjust the thing only. Okay, so I don't know whether you understand what I'm talking about, because nobody actually give me any feedback. Any feedback, I don't know whether you understand, or do you just see something in your chart that this is me. Anybody who wants to give any feedback on your own chart, or you are lost already? Or nobody want to give feedback. Okay. Let me share some this announcement first before we talk about anything else. Okay, can you all see this session, this page? Okay, so for some announcement, my this year classes for achievement is already filled already. There'll be no more classes already. So next year I'll be having one more session, which is starting on 24th of Jan, and the price will be changed to $350 a monthly. And this is open to anybody from overseas, anywhere. Okay, we are only using Zoom. So apparently what happened is that any country can come in. In my current section, I have about students from 6 different countries, from different places. So now I'm also going to have a Vietnam classes, that means English plus Vietnam translation together, especially for people who are in Vietnam. Okay, so in this case itself, it will be a 2-module section, because due to translation issue, the section will be longer and will be divided into 6 months and 6 months. So total is 2 modules. Okay, the price and the date is not confirmed, but we are scheduling to be somewhere around February. So if you're interested, please let us know beforehand, because once the classes open up, is taken up very fast one, seriously, because we always have very limited slots. And I'm also going to do Qimen professional teacher training for Vietnam also. So I want to train a group of people to learn Qimen and become a teacher to spread this Qimen to people around in this every walks of life in Vietnam itself. So if you are interested in this particular thing also, you let us know also. I mean, I will give you my contact. Okay, so this is my contact information. If you want to message me, email me, Facebook, IG also can. Directly we can connect. Okay, or I have an assistant under Rachel. Rachel, you're going to raise up your hand, or you type in the chat box, people knows you, Rachel, or you still are you there? Okay. Okay. There are some questions. My direct wealth is in box 9 fire. Myself is box 4 wood, but it has both the horse and the emptiness symbol. What does it mean? When it's empty, means that if your box 4 is the direct wealth, means your direct wealth is not going to be very good. That means your energy for this direct wealth is usually is 100%. But because of this emptiness, this circle itself, your direct wealth, the luck itself is going to discount it all the way until 30%. See, that means it's left with 30% only. So which means that if given a choice, try not to do business, but if you really want to do business, you do it in selective years only. That means specific years you can do business, specific years you try to lay low, don't be so aggressive, don't be so active. Then from there, wait for the right timing, then you go. Then it will be better. Okay, so I hope that answer Clarice's information. Albert, I have curious why all my boxes two wild card in the box. There's somebody answer the question already. You have a full chart. Okay, full chart. A person that is full chart means that this person is very stubborn person, a very person who is very high principle person. That means you want to do certain things, you make sure that you get the things done. It's a good thing and not so good thing. Of course, in the eyes of other people, they believe that you are stubborn, but in your eyes, you have the very strict principle of doing things. So it depends on whose perspective only. Okay. So my life in box 7, gray 3, but my injury is in box 7, also gray. So what does it mean, sir? Okay, I have to see your chart. Based on the description, it's not going to be easy for me to imagine. Hi, Master. How do I know which position of the symbol represents which age? Okay, the one in the day itself is your symbol. When you are young, your symbol is below the box. That means within the box itself, there's one higher, there's one lower. Okay, the one that is lower is before 35 years old. The one that's after 35 years old, you look for the box that the symbol is at the top. Okay, so there's two differences. Huh? So let me give an illustration first, just for the sake of letting the person understand. Okay, so you can see this chart, right? If you cannot, then let me know. Okay, so in this case, for example, how do we find whether you are in which year? Okay, currently, let's say it's year 1988. This is you. Example, this is you. So we need to look at here. This is you, and this is you. Okay. If you notice, one within the box itself, one is at the top, one is at the below. Okay, the below one, this one is going to be the one that is 35 years old. Before. Okay, so over here in box number 3, this is 35 up, and it's all the way 36, 37, 50, 70, or 90, depending on how old you can live up to. Okay, so one is up, one is down. Simple as that. Okay, so for example, HE and direct wealth are in the same element. He is fire and direct is wood. Which case is better? Okay, he is direct wealth. As long as it's the same element, it's in harmony, it's good. Okay, and the other one is wealth is wood. Direct wealth is wood, fire. Okay, if given a choice based on this DNN Gale person that asked this question, both of them is good. But if you want to choose, go and choose the one that is in harmony. That means the same box or the same element. That will be the best choice. But of course, eventually we still have to look at some of the symbols inside. Is there any problem in the symbol itself? Because there could be some good symbol, there could be some not so good symbol also. My day symbol appear in left column in the other box. Do I consider this box? I don't understand what you're talking about. Sorry, May. You may want to be very specific on that because your sentence is a bit big. Can you turn in your cam? I want to see your FAC. What's that? Okay, so any other questions? Okay, so any questions? Last question. Okay, if not, then we will actually stop this session and we will continue if there's any more section coming in this year. Okay, there's one more coming. Uh, so this I cannot pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Can anybody help me? Tongoc, cat. Hello, sir. So me is water, but my direct wealth is fire. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Okay. Water and fire cannot come together. The water will actually clash with the fire. So meaning that if you're trying to do business, I would advise not to go yet until we have to see your relationship after 35 years old also. Then at this point of time, no, I don't recommend you to go for business because you were not able to get the best of it. Okay, let's see, no question. My day symbol not appear in two box, but in one box. What does it mean? Okay, that is called a fooling chart. That means all your symbols are the same. Okay. Okay, when we look for opposite box, when we see zero, sifu, no. In this case, we don't see the opposite because in this is human destiny. We don't look at opposite. In this case, no. If you do a divination, then in terms of answer, if there's a emptiness, yes, we have to look at the opposite. She and direct wealth are in the same element, and she is indirect wealth is water. As long as you are in the same element, it's good. Okay, you must understand. As long as you are same element, it's good. And indirect is water. Water and matter is good also. That means she will be able to produce the water, the indirect wealth. This is for yin, yin. So, but if given a choice, I will prefer the person to go to the one that is the same element in harmony rather than the producing side. Okay, Clarice say that my day symbol sync is in 3 boxes. Okay, you have downloaded the advanced version. Please go to the old version, then you will see only 2 sync only. My chart has 2 old symbol. Hi. Okay. Uh, well, we have to see what's the correlationship between the symbols and yourself. So not to worry too much about that, Emma. Okay, so all right. So far, I think we are almost done. So thank you for coming today. So if you have any questions, you can message me because I share my information already. I have WhatsApp, I have IG and Facebook, and from there you let me know again if you have any questions. Okay, thank you very much. I will stop the recording now.